Welcome to First Garden, New Gardener. I'm Joy Baird. As we get into the middle portions of spring and the temperatures begin to warm up, you're thinking of what you can plant and where you can plant and how to plant those items. We're going to talk about containers, and containers can be anything that soil can be in order for you to grow. A couple of things you want to keep in mind is a container needs to have drainage holes. As well, it needs to have a good amount of soil that it can hold. A 1-gallon grow bag is great for like a tiny Tim tomato that will sit inside your home that you can maintain moisture consistency on a regular basis. But if you're going to have a container on your porch, patio, deck, out in your yard, if you're not allowed or choose not to dig up your yard or build raised beds, then that may not be the best choice. So there's a couple of different things in which you can grow in. 5-gallon bucket works great. You want to make sure these are food grade. They didn't have motor oil in them or something like that. Or you can purchase buckets from hardware stores for a few dollars. Drainage holes are important. As I said, most people put a drainage hole in the bottom. Works fine. But you want to put drainage holes around about 1 inch above the bottom. Put about 4 around. What this allows the soil and the water to do is to pool at the bottom. The overflow water will come out the hole, but there's still a little puddle of water at the base that will wick back up in the soil as the soil begins to dry out, kind of a backup water reservoir, so to speak. You don't want to put rocks or bricks or anything in the bottom in order to take up space because that moves the roots zone up higher and can cause root rot. So that's an old myth that people will put marbles and stuff in the bottom. You don't need to do that. You can use a small container like this. Again, the more soil you put in it, the slower it's going to dry out. This does work if you wanted to do a couple of bush bean plants on your patio. This is about 7 inches high type of thing. One thing we recommend is grow bags. This is a very old grow bag, one of the first ones we ever used. This is a 5-gallon grow bag. You can see multiple grow bags and raised beds behind me that with a white heated tempered coating on it. What's beneficial to the white coating that other people do not have is it helps reduce the amount of heat going into the soil at the root zone. These are from rootmaker.com. They have a vast variety of multiple grow bags from 1 gallon to 60 gallon, and we use many of them throughout the garden and our patio, porch, and deck areas. You can use a big plastic container like this. Now we've got holes drilled in the side and in the bottom. This will hold quite a bit of soil. This will hold about 1 cubic foot of soil, and you can grow basically anything in it that you would want to grow. Tomato works fine in it, pepper, eggplant, bush beans, lettuce, and alike. So when it comes to containers, there's a couple of things, again, we want to think of. Drainage holes, how much soil can it hold, and also the material it's made out of. Plastics are fine. People are concerned maybe the heat will leach chemicals into the soil. Not necessarily a concern. Many plants are started in plastic containers at the garden center. The grow bag helps hold the soil in, or helps keep the soil cool, but also it has a liner inside which helps air prune the roots. What that means is as the root's growing and it hits this, it flares off and produces more roots to pick up more nutrients. It doesn't have the wraparound like a normal root-bound plant may have. So some things to keep in mind: be creative. There's no wrong or right way to grow, but also we want to be smart about how and what we use to grow in. Thanks for watching. I'm Joy Baird, and this has been First Garden, New Gardener.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.